Welcome, everyone, to yet another episode of Chatting with the Experts, the show where I, Paula Okone, speak with women, primarily women. I have a few men, and these women are from either Africa, the Caribbean, or in the diaspora. They share my mission, which is to empower, educate, and inspire women globally. And we do that every week. This week, our topic is monetize your wardrobe. And my guest, who will be joining us shortly, says we need to learn how to make the most out of our current wardrobe investments. I'll tell you a little bit about her, and then I'll let us, once she joins, fill in anything that I may have left out. Taylor, or Yolanda Taylor, is the CEO and wardrobe stylist at the Style Table LLC, where she empowers women to rediscover their confidence through fashion. She is a former international flight attendant, and Yo now blends her expertise in service and style to offer stress-free, personalized wardrobe experiences. She's a certified life coach practitioner. She's also an international best-selling author, speaker, and podcaster that has been featured on NBC's The Today Show and Great Day Washington on WUSA9. I could always say so much more about her, but why don't I ask Yo Taylor or Yolanda Taylor to join us right now? Welcome, Yolanda Taylor, to Chatting with the Experts.
Hi, Paula. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to say thank you for having me because this is so neat. Monetize your wardrobe. Wow, that's cool. Most of us, I was talking to you off camera, I don't like to shop. So my wardrobe is filled with things that I have acquired at the spur of the moment, maybe, or I just say, oh, I need a pair of shorts, or I need a pair of pants or a top. And I just go somewhere, see it, I'm in and out. So monetizing it makes that even more exciting to me. So let's talk about that.
Well, when I talk about monetizing your wardrobe, it really is going and doing what I like to call, and what most stylists call, a wardrobe cleanse. Go
Hmm.
into your closet, and I say treat it like it's your own personal boutique. You go into stores like in the US, TJ Maxx or Nordstrom's Rack, you go to these outlet stores where you get discounts on things. Treat your closet the same way. Shop
Hmm.
there first because everything you put in there, you picked out. Most of the things fit, they're your size. If they're not, they're close to it. So go in there and shop first there. Why not keep the money for yourself and shop your closet first? So
Hmm.
many of the things that you have in there are things that you picked out, you've grabbed at different, you've gone to conferences, you've even shopped in airports, you've gone
Yes.
to festivals, you've gone to women's events, and there's always vendors there with unique, interesting items, and you've probably picked those things for a reason. It ends up going into what I like to call the closet graveyard. Go into the closet and start pulling things out and start playing around and creating outfits from what you already have in your closet. You will
That
save a
is
lot of money.
That is exciting. Taking a closer look at your wardrobe, because I know in my house, I have a rack where I just have pants hanging out there. And recently I don't know what I was looking for, and maybe because I knew you were coming on the show, I started pulling out, like, wait a minute, I've been looking for this for years. It can still fit. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll say, oh, well, this is this size or that size, so I can't wear that because it's this size. You really don't know because unless you're walking around with a tape measure every time, every day you wake up and you're taking measurements, our bodies go up and down. My clients are usually in their 40s on up. I'm finding I'm getting more women in their 40s now because those of us over 50, we're like, yeah, menopause, we know what's happening here. It's just what it is, and we're just going to have the wine, cheese, and bread and keep it moving. But
Keep
women in
moving.
their 40s can be quite shocking. So there's an adjustment. So you think, oh, I can't wear this, I'm not this size. Put it on first, see if you can get it on. There are things that you forgot about that you can actually wear. We're only wearing 20% of what's in our closet. When you go in and you do a closet edit, you will find that you will regain probably maybe 50 to 70% of what you had in your closet. So that's a lot. That can be up to 200% ROI on what you already have in your closet. So don't spend money before you shop your closet first.
Wow. That is so neat. Don't spend money first. First, go check out what you have in your closet, or maybe even your sister's closets. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And if you're going to shop your friend's closet, have a sip swap. I call it sip swap and sell party, where you
Yes.
guys get together and you take things from your closet, you meet up at someone's house, and you guys trade clothes or sell them to each other and have fun with it.
And what did you call it? A sip
I call
swap.
it, when I host them, I call them sip swap or sell party. And some people trade clothes, barter, some people sell. And you can use your app. I always recommend use the apps. All sales are final, so there's no drama behind it. And usually you can find some great things. I personally have found great things that will complement my wardrobe. And I've gotten some great deals. And you know your friends, you know their taste, you know they're going to have great taste. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to also monetize some of your pieces by selling them.
Great idea. Because initially, when you said monetize, I thought you meant look in your closet, see things that you can sell and sell them. And then you mentioned, well, actually shop first in your closet before you spend any money. So you're saying you can do both. You can look for pieces that you're not using and sell them. But before you do that, go look and see what you can, retrieve and make come alive again before you go out and spend money buying something that may be very similar.
Oh, absolutely. Things can be tailored, things can be taken in, let out, especially if you have some pieces, you have a beautiful suit that you used to have, you feel like it's a little dated. Well, you can take it to a tailor. They can do some nips and tucks and do different things with collars to reimagine that, but don't let a perfectly beautifully well-crafted suit go to waste because you feel like it might be a little outdated. It can be updated. And another reason why you want to do this also protects the planet. Unnecessary buying, unnecessary clothes that end up in a landfill. You're
Mhm,
re-loving your own wardrobe. And by
mhm.
doing this, you will find that you will fall in love with your closet again. You will fall in love with the clothes that you already have again. When you start taking pieces and putting, maybe I can put this skirt with this blouse. That's why I bought that blouse. Is because, okay, I have this magenta skirt. Why did I buy this magenta skirt? And you'll find somewhere along the line, it's a color that you're attracted to. And there's maybe a print blouse that you can coordinate with it that you forgot that you have. It could be sitting there with the tags on it, along with jewelry and a handbag. You have a whole new look that you forgot about that you didn't think would work.
Yes. And what I have also noticed is that fashion is cyclical. What may go out of fashion, go in quotes, out of fashion, comes back in, maybe just a little bit of something changed in it or on it,
Yeah.
but it's still, if you look closely, it's still very similar to what you had before 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you
I have a
know?
couple pieces that I've had for over 30 years,
Me
and
too.
they're classic pieces, and people say, "Oh, I love that." I'm like, "Okay, that's great." It's a very old piece, but I've taken good care of it. That's why you take really good care of your clothes. Even when you don't leave them in plastic bags for too long because it will not support the material very well. So make sure you remove them from the plastic bags. Don't leave them in the dry cleaning bags too long. But If you take care of your things, keep them tidy, like especially shoes. Shoes are the biggest thing you want to invest in. Buy great shoes, and this is someone who has flight attendant feet. Take care of your feet. That's a good investment. So when you're investing your money in these expensive designer shoes, take good care of them and get them regularly repaired. And you would be surprised what these cobblers can do to revitalize that shoe. So don't necessarily write them off. Now, if the heels are too high, I get it. I get it.
Right.
Ladies in my age group, I get it.
Oh,
Now
yes.
you want to start thinking about creating that Poshmark or that online consignment store, eBay, Amazon, whatever store you want to use. Now's the time, then you start to sell those things. And make sure you take very good photos of them, but you can sell them right from these stores and make your money back to reinvest in things with lower heels that are stylish but more comfortable.
And you said something and it reminded me, like, I think it was probably a year ago, I was in Charlotte. I had Nostrums. I must have been Macy's. And I was looking for a handbag, and the salesperson showed me a section where they had gently used designer purses.
Mhm.
And I was surprised. I'd never seen that before. As I mentioned offline, I'm not really into designers. I'm into what looks nice on me, what I feel comfortable with. But when she showed me that, I was like, "Ooh, there's a market for this."
A multi-billion-dollar market for it. You can go on designers' websites and you'll see their outlet store, their regular mall stores, their runway lines, and then you'll see in the corner after the sales and clearance, Relove side. So it's keeping the clothes, it's what we call circular fashion. And the
So,
designers know that there's money in that. People will want that. You Coach handbags. Back in the day, Coach makes excellent handbags. The quality, is it, thousands of dollars? No. But the quality is impeccable. The leather is impeccable. You want to keep those things because the craftsmanship is so well done. I have at least four of my Coach bags that I would carry today because they're sturdy, they're durable, they're beautiful, they're classic pieces. They ask for you to send them to them because they repurpose them, redesign them, and recycle them.
oh, but can you get them to actually like refurbish your own? Because I'm thinking I have a Coach purse that I bought 2008. And how many years ago was 2008? Almost 20 years ago? 2020, yeah, because it's 2025. And I don't want to get rid of it because I don't like to shop. I tend to keep my stuff, but I've been looking at the leather needs a little bit of some help. So are you saying I can take it to a Coach store, Eddie Cobbler or so?
If you've registered the bag,
I didn't.
okay. So I would just take it to a shoe cobbler because
Mm,
they deal with leather products.
all right.
They can refurbish those things. I've taken my handbags like that to shoe cobblers and they shine them up and they can restitch them because they work with shoes.
All right. And I have another one as I'm saying that. I got this, whoa, 1994. And the handle broke. No, it's not the handle. Yeah, it is the handle. And I've kept it for years. I know my kids have looked at it. Mom, this is so old-fashioned. I'm like, but the leather is so good. It's impeccable. I don't want to get rid of it. So the shoe cover, you see why I need to
Yep, the
do
shoe cobbler. Yeah. I'm all about saving money and also saving the planet. Those are my things. And I also feel like that it's important to preserve things and keep them, pass them down. I had a client that had some beautiful pieces, St. John pieces that she inherited from her grandmother. Well, we reimagined those, restyled those pieces, and they're part of her wardrobe. In fact, when I did her closet, we came out, she had 3 weeks worth of clothes. She went into the office 3 days a week, and she had 3 weeks worth of new outfits.
Wow. So that's
So
like
she did
nine.
without changing from what she already had in her closet.
Wow.
So, and one of the outfits we created was a vintage piece from her grandmother, St. John collection that she gave her.
That she probably had just put to the side and say, thank you, Grandma. One day I'll get around to using this or pass this on, or and
Yeah,
you made it come alive again for her.
yeah, yeah. So she was able to get excited about it and she could envision it in different ways. And so we created a different look with them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's exciting and it's fun. And the confidence that you get after you've gone through your closet and you're feeling free of all of the clutter and you can see what you have, you can organize. I would always say, don't just colorize your closet like the blues over here, the reds over here, the whatever. Organize it according to your lifestyle. Set
Mm.
that closet up so the section of the clothes that you put on most often are right there, handy. And things and create, I'm all about a glam space. Create that glam space, all those beautiful shoes and handbags and gowns and things that you go to teas and luncheons. Keep that all in one section. Part of monetizing your closet, it's not just the money part of it, but time is money.
Yes.
Time is money. So when that client calls you and said, "Hey, can you meet me? I think I want your service. Can you meet me for lunch? Let's talk about it." Why, yes, I can. And you go right to your section I call Get Your Money Clothes.
I like it. Get your money clothes. I love it.
These are the clothes that you wear. They're your conference, things that you would meet clients for or customers, etc. You go and you put on, and you know in that section after your closet is organized, you know that everything fits. You know that you're going to feel confident in whatever you have in that section and you're ready to go. So not only are you feeling confident that, you feel like, okay, I look good,
Yeah.
that energy is going to radiate and you're going to upsell that client. You're going to radiate and you're going to close that deal because you feel good, you look good. When I got a call, when I got offered the opportunity with the Today Show, I had to be ready. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a hairstylist, I'm none of those things, but I had to be ready. And my clothes were ready. My clothes were ready. And I was able to put something together that fit my personality, and I was ready to go. It makes a difference. This is my closet, by the way, you guys.
Yeah. Checking it out. I love how neat it is, how well organized. I see you have all your shoes on one side. Your
It,
jackets seem to be all to my left, your right. I can't see exactly what's behind.
I have everything organized in a way that works for me to grab and go. I keep the shoes right by the door so I can grab and go and get out the door. I have my jackets as the last thing I put on. So I'm organized based on how I'm getting dressed. So you can get out the door efficiently and get your money and not worry about not being stressed out about what am I going to wear. Is my closet like this all the time? No, when I'm traveling, you're pulling out stuff and it gets hairy, Carrie, but at least you have a system that you
Yes.
created for yourself that when you put everything back, you're ready to go.
I love it. Well, off camera, I told you you're going to have to come visit my closet.
I would love.
And as it works out, we're both in Maryland, so that's not too difficult to do. So, yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about that because I have stuff there that I don't like to shop, so I just have them. And it'll be good to see how, I compare some things with things that I have never thought about pairing and make some things come alive again.
Exactly, exactly. There's so many things that we have in our closet that we've forgotten about.
Yes.
There are things that once you do the closet cleanse, this is the other part of monetizing what you have in your closet. you'll then know what you need because you will have sent other things to donate. Bless other people with those clothes. There's like so many people that could use and be blessed by the things that you have.
Yeah.
So you are a blessing to others. So
Yeah.
donate those clothes and then have a section that you're going to have repaired and updated that you can
Mm.
put back. That's another way to save as well. But also you want to shop with intention. Look for what's missing. If what I have left in my closet, does it align with my current and future lifestyle? Is it going where I'm going? So when you purchase things, maybe everything that's in there now aligns with what you're doing now, but you know in the future you're going to start a business, you're going to make a career change, you're going to decide, you know what, I don't want to wear suits every day. I'm going to, buy a nursery and become a gardener. Whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, make sure that the things that you purchase will align with that future lifestyle. That's what you want. That's what you want.
So that's what you call intentional shopping.
That's right. So you're not
Oh.
buying things that you don't need. That's why
Mhm.
you do the closet cleanse in the first place.
First place, yes. So closet cleanse so that you can give away, you can organize, and you can, because you also said we should shop in our closet, we can be intentional about what we're shopping for, excuse me, in our own closet as well.
Exactly.
As when we're shopping, in the department stores
Right. So
or
you'll
online.
add, for me, as you can see, my closet had a lot of tan, gray, black. I needed color. I needed color. So when I went shopping after I did this closet, redid my closet, I had to add color. I knew that's where I needed to plug in the holes because we're creatures of habit.
Yes. Yes. Left to me, I would buy, I love black.
I do too.
Somebody asked me what was my favorite color. Black is my favorite color, followed by green. But I love
Yeah.
black.
I did too, and I'm finding that I'm falling in love with red, so I'm adding red. Don't get hung up on when you're in the store shopping, if you see something that you like, buy it. If it fits close, when I mean that, if you see something you like, buy it. I mean, if you see something and you try it on and it's like you have to go up a size, maybe even two sizes, maybe even three sizes.
Mm.
Just get the daggone thing. If it's just, don't worry about the size. Don't get caught up in that number. It's a number that the designers make up. And
Really?
yeah, that's some designers have patents on their sizing. So don't get yourself all entangled in the number. It's just a number. Many of us we're heavier in the hips and we're smaller in the waist. Those things can be altered. Those things can be tailored and taken in. So if you like the dress or if you like that piece overall and you're getting a good deal on it, get it tailored to fit. And it'll fit and it'll look like $1,000,000. It'll look like it was custom made just for you.
That's such a good tip.
I mean,
That's
I
really
bought
a good
things
tip.
that were three sizes, I'm like, oh my God. I kept like, oh my God. But then I realized it's fitting everywhere else because our bodies are not, our bodies are perfect, but their clothes aren't perfect for our bodies all the time.
And say that again. Our bodies are perfect, but
Perfect.
then their clothes.
Their clothes aren't necessarily perfect for our bodies, but we can make them perfect for our bodies. We can. Take it to a tailor, get it fitted for you. I would always leave, especially if you're over 40, leave a little bit of space. Don't get it like too exact. Give yourself some breathing room so you can continue to enjoy that item. Because on average, a woman over 40, starting perimenopause through menopause, your weight fluctuates up and down anywhere from 5 to 20 pounds.
Mhm.
So give yourself some grace and leave a little space for it. But you have things, if you have, my rule of thumb is if you got 30 pounds to lose, that's not unreasonable. That's a realistic, comfortable goal. You can do that and still enjoy the cheese and wine.
Occasional.
Occasionally, yes. So, if you can get it on with the Spanx and you still have, yeah, a few little inches, keep it. If you really love it, let that be something that you reach for, if you have those goals.
It's a great tip. That's a
Yeah,
great tip.
yeah,
So now talking about, when you see something that you like, buy it, don't look at the size like, oh my gosh, I used to be a size 10 and this is a 12. What's going on here?
right.
But just buy it, and then, as you say, you can get it altered. So what are some good investments in clothes that we should look for?
Material, fabric.
The fabric. Okay.
Fabric, right. We'll always preach natural fabrics, wools, cashmere, linen blend, viscose and linen blends. Those are nice too. I mean, you don't have to break the bank. There are different quality levels of cashmere, but you can still enjoy natural fabric things that feel nice and are high quality and breathable.
Breathable.
Right.
Okay. Because off camera, we did a lot of talking off camera. For those of you listening, you can hear me referencing off camera. Off camera, we were talking about how many times we don't even think about the fabrics that we are putting on our body. We forget that our skin is the largest organ in our body. And we are putting things like, I think you mentioned some, which are not actually good for us. And then we're wondering sometimes why we get all these skin diseases, or even worse, some people get cancer.
Yeah, there's
And
something, there's things, all I know is that we have to shop with intention about what we put on our bodies. I
yeah,
personally had an issue with an item that I was wearing regularly. And when I stopped wearing it 6 months later, the rash on my face and on my arms went away. So I'm saying, think about your purchase. Think about the manufacturer who's making these things. They're recommending that, and I'm doing this now. I'm just now doing this. I would go buy workout gear and athletic gear, things that, help you to keep the sweat away from your body. So there's all kinds of things. I now make sure that you launder those things first.
yes.
It's just like washing pesticides off of fruit. If you think about it like that, that's how it was kind of explained to me. I'm personally being more diligent about making sure that I wash those things. Your underwear, your bra, all those things are sports bras. I mean, I'll rip the tag off and put it on. There are certain things we have to think about. Look at companies who care about sustainability. Look at companies that care about where they get their products from
Yes.
and the
Yes.
humanity of it all. It's a little bit of, I know people are busy, they don't have time for this higher level of thinking about where they get their clothes. But if you have the time, think about these things because less is not always more. I bought a cute dress off online. I think I paid $10 for it. The color was amazing. It looked pretty. That thing felt like a plastic bag. My husband's like, "Why are you changing your clothes? You look great." I said, "I'm sweating." It was not breathing. It was just a pretty dress. So what happens when you spend $10 on a dress online?
And you are right. I'm becoming a lot more conscious of that. And even as you say that, my detergents, what am I putting on my body in general? Because my daughter had very sensitive skin. And for years, I always had the ones I buy detergent for her that had no scent. But I'd always say, I love the scent, so I need to, have detergent that has scent. But of late, I'm realizing that there's so many more things that I'm finding myself becoming reactive to, like allergic to. And so you're right. It doesn't mean, we need to save money, but at what expense?
Exactly. And what expense to the environment?
To the environment too. Yes.
Because those are forever things. I mean, they're just cluttering up, beaches and different dump sites. It's adding to the waste. And that's why I love circular fashion. Share and swap with your friends. You can save money, make a little money, and have some fun with friends, but it keeps that item. I'm not going to say these items aren't going to someday end up in a landfill, but the longer we extend that piece of clothing's lifespan is also extending our lifespan.
Very valid point. Very valid point. Mm, very valid point. You know, you and I can speak forever. Last time that we got on a 30-minute call, an hour and a half later, we said goodbye. But I know one thing that stood out for me in your bio. I didn't read it and I didn't even ask you to expand on it because I'm so excited to talk about what we were going to talk of, was you said you help women, particularly women over 40, get more comfortable. You introduce ethical and comfortable fashion to them, and you make style a powerful form of self-care and transformation. Let's talk a little bit about that before we open up the floor to those who have joined us. What do you mean by making style a powerful form of self-care and transformation?
When you do, say, a closet cleanse, it gives you time back in your day to take care of your family. It relieves the stress from you because you don't have to worry about what am I going to wear. You are saving money, so you're not stretching your budget unnecessarily. When you're organized, you can get out the door. You just feel confident on so many different levels. That's the thing. It's just like anything. You go get your hair done. You know that high, call it that high, when you get your hair and your nails done, you're having that day of beauty and you're just like, yes.
You feel good.
You feel good. And once your closet is organized and ready to go, you feel this sense of euphoria. It makes shopping more pleasant because you know you're buying what you need and it doesn't take as much time. You have goals, you have style goals, and you have a focus of how you want to show up. And when I work with people, it's also to remind them you can look good at any size. Nobody, you don't have time to worry about being perfect. Don't let the perfect impede your progress of getting out the door and getting the client and getting the job or getting what you need done. That's what I'm talking about, giving time back to yourself. And you can use the time, and if you do your closet yourself, take that time and let it be your own shopping day. Put the do not disturb sign on the door and say, kids, don't come back here. Fix yourself a nice little snack tray, get a glass of wine, tea, whatever it is, and make time
Absolutely.
your own. You bought all that stuff, you know, just enjoy it. You took the time and investment to do it. Give that time back to yourself. That's what I mean by self-care. Also, there's things that you are letting go. I remember, oh my gosh, it was my old wedding dress. I kept my wedding dress and I got married young and it wasn't the right thing to do. And I kept holding on to it. My mother said, that dress has bad mojo on it. Let it go. Get it out of there. It's bad energy. And when I let it go, I realized it was bad energy because it was a reminder of a mistake.
Mhm.
Get rid of some of that energy out of your closet, that things that remind you of things that wasn't positive for you in your life. Let those things go. Let those things go. I don't mean to get all, but there's a lot of things in closets. I've had women cry in their closet. I'm
Mhm.
your girlfriend in the closet. We cry together. because there are things in there that remind you of things that are good, bad, and ugly. They're
Yeah.
happy things, they're sad things. Move that negative energy out of there and make space for something new and that aligns with your new life's adventure.
Yes, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, all right, now we're going to wrap up. Where can people find you online? Because as I said, you and I could speak for the next 1 hour, right?
So I'm on LinkedIn under Yolanda Taylor. I am on Instagram under at the Style Table and at the Style Table on Facebook. And I am Yo Taylor on TikTok. And I think those are the main ones. You can go to atthestyletable.com and reach out to me, and I will be happy to speak with anyone. I give out a lot of content to help you jumpstart your wardrobe goals and your journeys and how you want to think about things to make it easier for you. But if you'd like to work with me, I'm always here for you.
Thank you so much, Yolanda. And for those of you who are either in the audience or are watching this afterwards, just as Yolanda was a guest on my show, if you'd like to be a guest on Chatting with the Experts, reach out to me on my website, which is Chatting with the Experts, or on Instagram. My handle there is at chat_experts_podcast. I'm also on LinkedIn as Paula Okone, and I'm on Facebook also as Paula Okone. We also have a YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. We've got so much content. Like Yo says, she's got a lot of content, so do I. So please subscribe. And last but not least, if you too would like to have a show like this, reach out to me so that you and I could do a discovery call so you can find out what it is you're passionate about, that you in turn can impact the world with your voice and make a difference. Thank you, Yo, for being such an amazing guest. And now we'll open up the floor to those who have joined us so they can ask you even more questions than I have. Thank you again.
Thank you.